Okay, so today we're going to take a look at our start of unit 4, okay, which is very similar to exponentials, as you will see, okay. It's only about 3 lessons long, so we're going to combine exponentials and financials together, okay. So the goal today is going to be able to, can you calculate the amount of interest earned, both simple, but also compound, okay. And then from there, you're going to be able to actually use this, like, in real life, right? Because we're talking about money, and you're all going to deal with money at some point in your life, right? So this is a like pretty important lesson, okay? So simple interest, okay? We're going to look at 2 different ways of calculating interest, okay? Simple is obviously simple, and then compound is a little bit more interesting, and actually you earn more with compound interest, okay? So depending on a few different things. So let's take a look at simple interest, okay? Simple interest just simply means that let's go down here. Okay, so it just means that only the money originally invested earns money, okay? So you're going to see that if you only have so much money and you invest it, right, you're basically going to earn the same amount of money every single month or every single year that you would have earned in month 1. That's basically simple interest, right? So if we go down here to the simple interest formula, you're going to see that I obviously stands for interest, okay? So the amount of interest that you're going to earn, right? So we could write that in here. Okay, and then P is going to stand for the principal, okay? So that's let's make sure we pick the right here. Okay, so it's going to be the original How do I spell original? Amount of money, okay? Okay, and then, so this is going to be like I had $2,000 and I put it into the bank account. That's your principal, right? And then your interest is how much you earn on that $2,000, right? So then R is going to be the interest rate as a decimal again, okay? So you saw if you remember from exponentials, we always had to convert the percentage into a decimal value, okay? We still have to do the exact same thing here, right? T is going to be time, okay? It could be in anything really, but typically I think simple interest is over a number of years, right? So in years, okay. And A is going to be the total amount of money that you earn after all the interest has been applied, okay? So the A is the amount. I'll put the, okay? And you'll see up here, this is the equation for A. So you basically take your principal, P, and add the amount of interest that you get. It's pretty simple, okay? Hence the name simple interest, okay? Amount earned. So beside, we're just going to write, or underneath, you can put it here, is the sum of the principal and the interest. Okay, so let's go down here, take a look at this is a very basic simple interest question. Okay, so again, like exponentials, as I showed you before, I'm going to write down on the left side here all the things that I know and the things that I don't know. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. An investment of $200. Okay, so that sounds like I have $200 and I'm going to invest it, right? So it sounds like the principal, right? So the principal is going to be $200. Okay. Okay, and it's invested at an interest rate of 6% per annum. So the word per annum, per year. It's just a fancy way of saying per year. Okay, and so the interest rate was 6%. So we have to switch that to a decimal. Remember, so 6% as a decimal is going to be 0.06. Okay, and then how much interest is earned after 7 years. So T equals 7, which means the amount of interest is the thing that I'm after, so I. That's what I want to know. Okay, so I'm going to write out my equation. I equals P R T. Okay. And then I'm just going to plug in the things that I know. So I'm interested in the amount of interest. So P is going to be 200, and then the interest rate was 0.06, and then T was 7. Okay, and then you can go over to your calculator. Okay, we're going to go 200 multiplied by 0.06 multiplied by 7, 84. So you're going to see here, like, simple interest doesn't earn you a lot of money depending on what your principal is. Okay, so therefore, over 7 years, you earn $84. Okay, so you're going to come to realize that simple interest might not be the best thing to do, right? So you can see how, like, I leave my money in an account. So if you've invested $200 and that $200 is tied up for 7 years and you only make $84, right? So the next question wants to know, okay, well, at the end of 7 years, how much money do you have? Well, it's not as if the bank or whoever you've invested this money with takes the $200 away, right? So you're going to find the amount, and the amount is going to be the principal originally plus the interest earned, right? And so you're going to be $200 plus the interest earned, which was 84. So your total, this is how much money you can take out of the bank, is going to be $284. Okay? After 7 years. Okay? Not great. Right? So, but if you look at, if we were to redo this question, some like a big company or something, right? Or like a not-for-profit that has lots and lots of money. If we took this exact same question and we changed the principal, right? So for instance, the principal, right? Let's say the principal is $1 million, right? Okay, so we could redo this question and we could see that under the exact same circumstances, we could go 1, right? Multiply it by the 6%, right? And multiply it by 7, right? That's how much interest you would earn after 7 years, would be $420,000. Now, if you divided that by 7, like let's just say it's per annum, right? So if I took the 1 million originally and multiplied by the 6%, that's how much interest you're earning per year. You're going to earn $60,000 per year, right? So a lot of people, if they win the lottery or something, right, the smart thing to do would be to take your $1 million or whatever and you invest it in an account that earns 6%, and every year you would get $60,000 under these circumstances, right? So then you're like, okay, well, you're always going to have this income, okay, $60,000, right? So for larger amounts of money, it makes sense, right? For $200, you can see how you really don't get a lot out of $200, okay? But large amounts of money, you would, okay? So, so let's take a look at the next question, because this one's asking something that's subtly different, okay? So how much interest is paid if $600 is borrowed at 8% per annum? Okay, so again, let's just go over, we'll make our list on the left. You want to know the amount of interest paid this time, okay? So let's take a look at, actually it's the same question basically, right? It's just different. And it's different because of the way that the money's being compounded, okay? So let's write out our things. So the principal's $600, right? Oh, here's the thing. Here's the other one. I missed this word. We're borrowing the money this time. Okay, so this is like a credit card or something. Okay, this is exactly a credit card. Okay, so, or a line of credit or something, right? So how much interest is paid? $600. So there's the principal. Okay. And then the rate is going to be 0.08. Okay. And then T, here's the catch. Okay. What you're going to have to do is, because it always has to kind of deal with the amount of time always has to kind of be in years, right? So what we have to do here is you have to write 7 months in terms of years. Okay, so 7 months actually goes like this. This is the important part to the question, right? And this actually changes it a little bit, because it's being compounded every month, as a credit card is, right? So if you don't pay the credit card every month, or on any particular month, you're going to get charged, right? So what you have to figure out is that T, right, or the amount of time that you're going to borrow this money, is actually 7 divided by 12, right? And it's 12 because there's 12 months in a year, right? And so you could actually, let's go to our calculator and get the actual decimal. But you go 7 divided by 12, you could put in 0.583, okay? That's T. Okay, and then you just go over this question again. You're like, okay, well, how much interest are you going to pay to borrow this money, right? That's what the question is. So we can use the same thing. I is equal to, okay, 600, this is the principal, right, multiplied by the rate, which is 0.08, multiplied by 0.583. Okay, so let's see how much money I'm going to pay in interest for borrowing $600. That's the answer to this question, right? So let's go to our calculator. We're going to go 600 multiplied by 0.08 multiplied by 0.583. So you're going to pay $30 in interest under these conditions. Okay, $30, 28, yeah. So again, it comes down to your answer is going to depend on how many decimal places you carry here. Okay, so for this question, our answer came out to be 2798. So let's put that down, okay, because it makes sense. Okay, so therefore, over borrowing, let's say, $600 over 7 months results in having to pay $27.98 in interest. Okay, and that's it. Okay, I'll do the second part of this question, compound interest, in a separate video.